Hi folks, Slick Slices here. Now, as well as the Barlow, Taylor's Eyewitness also do a slim Barlow. Sometimes it's called Gentleman's Clip, sometimes it's called the slim Barlow. It just depends where you're buying them from, really. You'll have seen three in the middle before. I've put them up on here. This one was in Mother of Pearl. This was one in Amboina Burl, and this one is in Desert Ironwood. But I came by a couple of others, and I wanted to say something about these because these are a pattern that I think is not as much loved as the Barlow, but actually in many ways is a nicer knife to carry. They slip nicely in your pocket, and they're much lighter, but they also have a slightly longer blade, which can be useful. So I just want to have a look at the two new ones. Really, I don't want to go over too much old ground with these, but these two are new to me, and they also reflect to other things as well. So this one is in Ramshorn, and now I love Ramshorn. It's just such a buttery translucence. That's the phrase I once coined, and it's grew a bit of purchase. I took a bit of purchase. Anyway, this is it's beautiful. You can see right into the depths of the material, and it just makes a lovely looking knife. This one has a plain back. Some people, really like the plain backs. I think I prefer the work backs generally, but I just liked this one because I just thought it was a really nice looking knife. As usual, the build quality is exemplary. These are made by Lee White at Taylor's Eyewitness, part of their Premier range. They have a lighter action than the Barlows. I think because the back spring is also a bit thinner, but there's still a good solid action. There's nothing to worry about. Cam tangs, no half stops in them. But what I quite like about them particularly is that you have this slightly longer, slightly thinner blade. So you compare it to the standard Taylor's Barlow, which makes these a really good fruit knife. I mean, they're excellent for cutting up an apple or something like that because they don't split the fruit. You can actually cut right through it and cut it into slices, or peel. They also work well as a peeler because they're nice and thin again. They're also much lighter to carry, much slimmer in your pocket. Really nice, and if that wasn't enough, they're also a little bit cheaper than the full-blooded Barlows. This one here is exactly the same pattern, but two differences. One, it's in oxhorn. I mean, there's lovely bits of colour in the oxhorn. I always like to choose oxhorn where you've got some colour variants. Now, I got these from the Bakewell cook shop, where I get most of my Taylor's Eyewitness from. The reason being that when you go on their website, you can actually see the actual knife you're going to buy, not just the same pattern, but the actual one. And it has usually about 4 or 5 high definition pictures of your knife. So you can look at that and decide if that's the pattern you want. You'll still take them back if you get it and you don't like it or something wrong with it. But no one wants that hassle. Everybody wants to order something and for it to arrive as they said it would, when they said it would, and for you to be happy with it. And if you can't go into the shop and choose it yourself, which unless you happen to be anywhere near Bakewell, you probably can't. You have to rely on that sort of high def pictures. David Kidd, there is also, if you're in any doubt and you want a picture of a particular feature or something you're not sure about, or you want a little video of it, he'll do that for you as well. One thing that I've noticed of late, a couple of people have reported, is that the website doesn't make it very clear that they do ship internationally. You just can't order it straight off the website. You have to either send them an email or phone them. Now, phoning from the States or whatever may be tricky, but you can certainly send him an email, and as I say, he'll send you any pictures that you want and quote you for postage. And I understand from Warthog, who bought at least one, if not two, knives from him, that the postage was, one, quick, and two, really quite cheap. I think it was only about £6 postage to America, which was amazing. I suppose you're really only paying the difference between the cost in the UK and the cost to the States, because normally they do free postage in the UK, or low cost next day delivery as well. Also remember, if you are going to the Bakewell Cook Shop or going to their website, to tell them that Slick Slices sent you, and you get 5% off. Not only do you get 5% off, but I also get 5% store credit towards buying more knives to put on the channel. So you help the channel and you help yourself both at the same time. So I'm obviously grateful for that, and I thank all those people who have bought knives. They have provided me with a bit of help towards keeping up what is clearly an expensive hobby. Anyway, so yes, Bakewell Cook Shop, bakewellcookshop.com, and they have a number of these. I'm looking at buffalo horn. I'm not always keen on buffalo horn, but you need to get the right piece of buffalo horn, and they've got a few in there to choose from, so I'm sort of looking at that at the moment, and I think that's probably going to be my next one, because as I've said, I've got mother of pearl, I've got Amboina wood, and I've got desert ironwood, ox horn, ram's horn. I haven't seen these in many different unusual or exotic woods. God help me if he starts making these in all the woods that they do the Barlows in, you know, green stained stabilised poplar. They also do a red stained stabilised poplar, and so on. If they start doing that, I'll obviously be bankrupt before next Christmas. But in the meantime, that's 5 of the set. Buffalo horn is the other kind of basic staple material, so I need to get one of those. But there are a few of those on there, and I definitely recommend them. The other thing I would notice is that they also seem to have a lot of desert ironwood Barlows, standard Barlows and slim Barlows. It's one that tends to fly out the door as soon as they get them in, so I think he got quite a few in last time, so there's 3 or 4 left to choose from there. I would recommend having a look at those if you've got a chance, and if you ever have a hankering for desert ironwood, because Lee has had some of the best desert ironwood I've seen in a long time coming through across his desk lately, and well, you know, now's your chance. They're there. Whether that will still be the case in 6 months' time, who knows? Anyway, so thanks for watching. If you like this stuff, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of it, please remember to subscribe and ring the bell if you want notifications when the next video is up. I'm trying to do a few different bits and pieces of late, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Bye.